Welcome to another episode of Sabiduria de Trystin, an audio slash video blog or vlog, however you guys want to call this, of my inspirations that come around with the little things that I notice around my world, my planet, my friends encouraging me with certain words, music, whatever inspiration just strikes me. Anyway, today, a friend of mine sent me a text message of her singing a particular ditty that I'm going to play for you in a couple of minutes. And it reminded me of the experiment that Dr. Masaru Emoto was doing. If you never heard of Dr. Masaru Emoto and the water consciousness experiment, to say it very quite briefly, Dr. Masaru Emoto was a Japanese scientist who thought that he was one of the most actually important water researchers the world has known. And I'm just reading it off of his website. His work was to demonstrate that water, exposed to loving, benevolent, and compassionate human intention, results in aesthetically pleasing physical molecular formations in the water, while water exposed to fearful and discordant human intentions results in disconnected, disfigured, and unpleasant physical molecule formations. Okay, in plain words, what the heck did I just say? So what Dr. Masaru Emoto and in his works, what he was trying to demonstrate was that words are powerful. They are so powerful that even water can feel it. That water has consciousness. That there is consciousness in what we drink. Okay? So he made an experiment that he would write, say, vibrate, play music, whatever, of certain emotional words, thoughts, sounds, intentions. Okay? And he would say it to certain water. So for example, to one bottle of water, well, I say bottle, but I'm assuming, but to maybe a glass of water, a cup of water, a petri dish of water, whatever, he would say love. And then to another one, he would say hate. And then to another one, he would say jealousy. And then he would take a drop of each one of those examples of water and place it underneath a microscope. And of course, when he said the word jealousy and hate, those molecules would look, for a lack of a better word, ugly. But to the water molecules, to the water crystals, to the droplets that he said the word love, compassion, or any kind word, or placed any thoughts or sounds or whatever intention to those examples of water, their water crystals underneath the microscope would look, for a lack of better word, gorgeous and complex, beautiful. And of course, as I was introduced to this beautiful experiment years ago. But in my experience as a fitness individual, I teach yoga, I teach Pilates, I'm a personal trainer, I've studied martial arts for years, I've studied dance. So with all the fitness knowledge that I have received and continue to receive throughout my lifetime, I've learned that our bodies are made of a lot of water. So I'm reading this from another website here. And of course, in the audio file that you will see in the YouTube and Vimeo, I will add the files to it so that way you guys can see it and research yourselves. But according to H. Mitchell of the Journal of Biological Chemistry, 158, I guess that's the addition, the brain and the heart are composed of 73% of water, and the lungs are about 83% water. The skin contains 64% water, muscles and kidneys are 79%, and even the bones are watery at 31%. So that's a lot of percentages, that's a lot of numbers. But think about it. Our bodies are made up of mostly water. And forget about the diet fads that they say, oh, it's water weight, is this, is that. Look, even if you're freaking dehydrated, your body is still made of water. And water for your body is essential. Okay? Again, I'm going to quote from the website I'm reading here, and it's the www.us, as in Sam, gs, a Sam again, .gov. Again, I'll send you the link if you are watching this audio file, and if you're on my Patreon, you'll see it too, because I'll post it in the description. It says it here that water serves a number of essential functions to keep us all going. 1, it's a vital nutrient to the life of every cell. It acts first as a building material. It regulates our internal body temperature by sweating and respiration. The carbohydrates and proteins that our bodies use as food are metabolized and transported by water in the bloodstream. It assists in flushing waste mainly through urination, acts as a shock absorber for brain, spinal cord, and fetus, forms saliva, and lubricates the joints. A lot of things happen with water. So why am I mentioning those two things? Why am I mentioning about the fact that we are made consistently of water, and that Dr. Masaru Emoto and his water consciousness experiment, and what does those two have anything to do with what my friend and her audio file that she sent me this morning has to do with any of this stuff? Well, let me wrangle it in. If it is true, which of course I just read it's true, that we are mostly made of water, and Dr. Masaru Emoto has been doing it for 20 years, experimenting on the fact and how, and providing scientific evidence of how water can be transformed when exposed to certain words, certain sounds, certain intentions, certain thoughts, whatever. And if you don't believe me, check out YouTube. Just write down his name, Dr. Masaru Emoto. It is M-A-S, as in Sam, A-R-U, Emoto, E-M-O-T-O. And check out his work. And it says that water changes. Somebody else did it with rice. Somebody else, so other people have tried it and have come up with the same conclusion. So going back to wrangling it in. So why is it that I'm mentioning these two after my friend sends me this beautiful file of mine, of hers, I should say. And, well, she sends me a file singing. And with those two in mind, the singing of the words that she's saying brings comfort to me. And I hope it brings comfort to you and to whoever's listening to this or watching this. Because when Dr. Masaru Emoto was doing these scientific evidence, I don't know if he even thought that maybe, possibly, that not only did it make a change in the water that we drank, but the water within ourselves. Because our body is constantly listening. Our body is constantly hearing what we are saying to each other. And if our body is mostly made up of water, the words that she is singing in this song that she sang to me, that she found on the internet, didn't give me the source of it. So I'm sorry if she said that she found it from a therapist online. And I thought it was the most cutest thing. She thought it was the most cutest thing. So I had to, of course, share it with you, because that is what Sabiduria de Trystin is about. So during this isolation phase of ours, our quarantine of ours during this coronavirus crisis, maybe, just maybe, it would be amazing that if we all sang this song to each other, to our babies, to ourselves, to our spouses, to our children, to our animals, to the elderly, to whoever is willing to listen. And even if you are deaf, to actually just sign the words out to each other, and feel the sentiment. Maybe, just maybe, we can help our bodies to fight off this virus while providing a beautiful, energetic beam of light, beam of health, beam of energy to those who are currently fighting it right now. There are plenty of doctors, nurses. We adore you. You are fighting the good fight you are in the front lines. And I know I have a lot of friends who are Reiki masters, who practice distant Reiki. But wouldn't it just be fantastically amazing that we would add this song, add this thought, add this intention to the Reiki to provide healing to those on the front line, to those who are suffering right now, and to those who haven't contracted it, so that way we can be a healthier populace. With the understanding that water does have consciousness, and we are made mostly of water. Okay, I think you guys have had enough of me talking. So why don't you hear the song? And you tell me how it makes you feel. It's very cute. And here it goes.
Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well.
Just think about that. How simple is that? It's so cute. It's kind of hard to not sing it over and over and over again. And if the sound wasn't very clear, I'll sing it a little clearer. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is healthy and well. See if you can repeat that to yourself numerous times and see how your body feels after that. It's amazing what Dr. Masaru Emoto proved in his scientific experiments. Check it out. I'll be providing the links again on the audio file found on my Patreon, as well as my YouTube channel and Vimeo channels. Thank you for listening. I hope this brings you some joy, some happiness today. At least a quick smile. Until next time, my friends. And I will bring you more, hopefully, of Sabiduria de Trystin, which means wisdom in Spanish. My love, many hugs, much light and understanding.